Hey guys, so I woke up really late today, like almost noon, because last night Allison came by. She's uh, renting studio space here now, and in fact she might be here walking in. I just heard someone walk in the door, and she said she was on her way. We'll see. But anyway, um, so she came over, and as a celebration of her being here and welcoming her into the think tank, we started off the night with like 3 tequila shots, and I was intending to get a bunch of work done, but I ended up just drawing pictures all over a bunch of the boxes that I have to ship out today, so I didn't get to do that. But anyway, so a list was put out yesterday or the day before on Complex that was called the top 50 custom sneakers of all time, and the way that the list started out was interesting because it said a very true statement that custom shoes blew up last year. And while I haven't been, putting out a bunch of my work, I've been really trying to kind of hone in on my style and kind of perfect my craft of what I want to be doing in custom shoes. And so it's really cool to see that Complex is going to put out a list like that. The thing is, the list sucked, and it pissed off a lot of really big names that weren't mentioned in custom shoes. And while the names themselves weren't, well, they were pissed, but they weren't pissed for themselves not being on there because people in custom shoes are the most humble street art community that exists. Like there's, I just, I just totally stepped it up a notch in how loud and uh, uh, emphasizing my words I was when I was speaking just now. But it's true. There's a lot of graffiti and street artists um, who are assholes, and there's a few in custom shoes, and there should be because you need to have that competitive aspect. And there's a lot of us who are really competitive, and we were brought up playing basketball, almost all of us, and we were brought up, in graffiti battles and like tagging over each other's work and stuff. And so there needs to be that competitive aspect. But the really cool thing about custom shoes is that the online community, which is brought up a lot in this article, is very tight knit. And we have our private group, and we all talk, and we all try to one up each other, but we're very respectful, and we point out the things that we like and dislike about each other's work, and it really improves our work a lot. And so I think that this is going to be one of the first uh, what I think that we're going to have a very great opportunity once it does start getting past just the hype bait of like Nerf LeBron nines and Galaxy foam posits that are done by some uh, some guy who wants to make his own Galaxy foam posits, and it's just like all this stuff for all these hype beasts. I think once it gets past that, the art form is going to be really great because of the fact that so many of us communicate so consistently on this stuff. The thing about it is, none of our work is documented in any way, and I mean, besides us taking pictures and putting them up on our own websites, that's it. There's nothing else. There's painterthread.com, and even that does not have like some kind of serious archive for everything. And so at some point that will be created. There will be an archive. Someone hopefully will get paid to make one and actually do a legitimate one. But until that point, things like this, like the complex.com list of the top 50 customs of all time, are going to be all that we have. And there's going to be a um, a public image that's portrayed that's just totally wrong. Like what you see in this list, it's simply not at all what the customs community is about because of the fact that all of the pairs of shoes are so hype bait. There's not really another word for it, but soon enough, the people who are very ambitious and hardworking, who are putting out a lot of work and really want people to see what custom shoes is about and how it is an art form that is unique and that there's no other art form in the world that can compare to it on its most original aspects. By taking a pair of shoes that means one something, that means something, and a theme that means something else, and then combining them into an art form that couldn't exist otherwise, a street art form that couldn't exist otherwise. It's going to have its time to shine, and I think that its time to shine is going to be soon. I would dare say it's going to be this year, and I think it's going to be exciting. And so I wasn't intimidated by this article that came out. I was also very happy and honored to have been on the list, and I want to say thank you to Mosh for putting me there. And even though he only put me there because he's a pitcher and he loved the fact that I did some shoes for Brian Wilson, but I appreciate it. And shout out to all the customizers who didn't make it on there. You know who you are, and you all deserve to be on there a lot more than the 16th SBTG pair that got on there, because he should have had like 2 or 3, but there was way too much. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have oh, I should show you real quick. No, I'll show you tomorrow. I have actually I'll show you today because it might be gone by tomorrow. So the balm is done. I put some rivets on it. Put some rivets on over here. And just show you real quick because I'm gonna do a proper photo shoot, and you'll see the water's done. I'm putting a little ripple. I have to work on it, but I have this like little ripple that I made. It's a totally different color than the water, so I have to work on that. But yeah, it's all done. Shipping it out. I have a big giant stack of boxes that all have to be shipped out today. But I'm done. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for caring.